Hey everybody, and welcome this week to My Friendly Neighborhood. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about this game. I felt like it had a lot of advertisement and publicity leading up to its release, but then since it's released, I haven't seen too much on it. I knew it released because I was following it on Twitter, but that was about 6 months ago now. Anyway, this game is kind of like Bioshock, but with like a Muppet sort of theme. You'll see as we get into it a little bit, but if Bioshock's kind of your thing, you may like this, and if it's not, then you may not. I have played and beat this a couple of times just to make sure that I kind of know, well, sort of what I'm doing and how to get the endings and stuff. This Let's Play, we're going for the best ending, the good endings. So there's a couple other different little this and that ones. I'm only going to be getting one ending because I have to play through it several times to get all the endings, and I don't really feel like doing that. So I figured the best, hardest ending would be the one we'll go for. Now I have, as I said, beaten this before. I'm going to overwrite my save, which is in slot 1. You can see that I've played it before, and we're just playing it on a fresh new file, not New Game Plus. And here's a cutscene.
I saw something, felt something, maybe. It was more real than reality. I felt like I was lost, walking through this dark tunnel, and the ground beneath me stretched on for an eternity. Felt like I was dying.
He swerved out of his lane, striking a passenger van that started a pile-up, killing 7. In weather, we'll all be sad to see another band of thunderstorms heading toward the city tomorrow night.
I just had this insane sense of emptiness and terror, and I just.
I don't care who she sees. We're not even married anymore. She can see whoever she wants.
So Ashley, what did you do to end up solving the problem?
I ignored it, tried to forget. I watched television.
And that helped?
It dulls the pain. You're gonna escape reality, live through other people, ignoring your own life, your own problems, your own issues.
Alright, so we get to select a difficulty. I'm just doing the normal difficulty, or should we do survival? You know what, let's do survival. I've already beaten it on veteran, but I have not beaten unfriendly, so we're going to just do survival. That ought to be fun.
Okay, last job of the day. What's this one about?
Okay, so there's some kind of weird broadcasting going on from this My Friendly Neighborhood production building, and we have to stop it. Also, we're on promotion for being kind of a jerk. It sounds like we're old, though, so just comes with the territory, I guess. Now then, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we can mess with a few things around. That's what I wanted, was the candy bar.
That in the war. Last time I stick my neck out for someone.
And I think that's
Just got here.
pretty well all we can enter. Ooh, there's lunch.
Oh, I'm not eating that. That's been there for days.
Okay, so enough kind of fooling around, I suppose. We can get out and look around a little bit. I really kind of like this game. It looks really pretty. I mean, just kind of like the skyline and like the scenery and stuff. Now, the only place we can go to is inside of this little hotel area here first. Trust me, we're gonna be here a little bit and we're gonna be exploring everything. Again, I just think that this game is kind of really pretty. So here we go.
Okay.
curtain. Bring up the lights. The neighborhood is coming to town.
Hello. I'm here to disconnect the antenna.
Television's heartbeat has returned. A spirit of cheer brightens every child's eye. The cry goes round the kindergarten class. The neighborhood! The neighborhood!
Okay. I'm here to disconnect the antenna.
I am Ricky the Sock. Your television will never be the same. Hold on. Did you say disconnect the antenna?
Yes?
Oh my, no. You mustn't do that. That would be a catastrophe.
It's broadcasting over the news.
The news? No, trust me. The antenna is just fine as it is. Doesn't need any disconnecting. Tell you what, you wait here and I'll get you some. Oh, that wasn't pleasant. I'm gonna take a sec.
Okay then.
Well, I guess I'll echo his sentiments. Okay, then. So there's a key card, which we'll need to get around a little bit. I don't think...
That was...
Yeah, we can't interact with that, really. That key card will allow us access to some other local areas. Now, I did want to go ahead and show this while I'm up here. There's a number of characters we're going to see throughout the game here that all have a bust of themselves. We can't interact with them just yet, and I also want to show these doors. That's quick access to this lobby area for later. I don't understand this door. It looks kind of weird. And then this one's related to a puzzle that we'll do here in just a little bit. But I'm kind of like wanting to feel out the area a little bit. Now again, it hasn't been too long since I have played this. But I do want to show what there is to show in this game, as I usually do. We can go ahead and take this medallion. And I guess I didn't even know we could get it this early, but I want to plug it in. This is the end game here, getting through this elevator, but it's got glue gunk all over it, so we can't interact with it just yet. Well, not for the longest time. It's going to be close to one of the last things that we do in this game. I mean, you can see a little goober running around. With the medallion, though, you can plug it into this door here, and we'll go ahead and plug that half in. I don't think that there's anything else that I want to do out here just yet. A lot more stuff to do as the game continues on, but as of right now, it's pretty linear, as is most of the beginnings of these kinds of games. I was debating playing this with the speedrun timer on just so that we could all kind of see how much time it elapsed and stuff, but I decided that that may be kind of distracting, so I'm going to collect all of these lore tidbits, but I'm not going to be going over all of them. They're just too kind of block of text for me to really go through. I don't want to have to slam the brakes on this Let's Play like every 10 minutes to read 4 big paragraphs of text, but I'll kind of be pointing out the big stuff as we go on. This guy is pretty odd, so we don't want to fuck with him just yet, of course. He's a bad guy. Now,
What is going on here?
Kind of, so for broadcasting antenna and stuff, I wasn't around for rabbit ears or anything, but I'll tell you, sometimes on regular cable, you would see like networks kind of fight one another, but you don't want to aggro any of these puppets until you have a weapon to defend yourself, and even then, this game rewards being passive over being very active anyway. So, ooh, there's a little note there. I guess we'll also grab. Let's take a second here real quick to look at our inventory. So we have a candy bar. This lets us move faster whenever we eat it. We have tokens, which I'll show what they do shortly. And then we have the health Olax, which, as you could probably guess, refills our health. And then magazines, which are the ammunition for the basic firearm in this game. There's duct tape, and it would make more sense if I just show you what it does here in a little bit, because explaining it was going to be long and tedious, and I'm not sure that I'll get the point across. So, yeah, again, just continuing to avoid those puppets until we can properly defend ourselves. There's our wrench, the first weapon of the game. Sounds like some of the ventilation around here is rattling. Now, I'm pretty certain that we should be able to down this guy no problem, but hey, we'll see. The last time I played this, I played with all kinds of cheats on. There we go, thank God. Now we're going to have to traverse this hallway a couple times, and what tape does is these enemies, after so long, they'll get back up. If you tape them up, though, they won't get back up. So I usually tape up enemies in the hallways where I'm going to be traversing them very often. I also kind of want to get a high grade this time when I play through, so I'm not going to be saving very often. Here's a map. Now I believe, let's see, let's try my best to go through. There we go, there's the map. So we have a map of the outside and then stage 4, the only 2 maps that we have right this second. Now there's not a lot to point out or see. A lot of this you're ahead to just kind of do a mental map. Here's some more supplies that are inside of this crate. I think I'm going to go ahead and store the key card. We don't even need it. You can discard key items after they've been used, and that's the only time that we use that key item. So I'm going to go ahead and stash the health Alax. Keep the magazine because we're going to need it, I imagine. We'll stash the Choco Bar, and we'll keep everything else. I usually kind of shelf the wrench whenever I'm able to, but we'll see for the sake of this Let's Play what happens. So this is unlocked, and that goes out to another area I don't think I want to mess with just yet. Oh my goodness, she scared me a little bit. I wasn't expecting her to whip around so quick. Okay, she's down. I almost wish I'd kept that health Alax on me. Oh hey, well, speak of the devil. Now I'm not sure where this one actually goes. Oh, you know what? I do know where this goes. It puts us behind this woman. Now I'm debating, are the supplies worth me potentially getting killed? Okay, if that had put me at red health, I would have said no and pulled out, but hey, I think we're good for right this second because she was guarding a clip of ammunition. But now we have that added to our arsenal. Is she back up? Shit, she is, and she's right in front of where I would like to be. Let me take a look at my... I think what we're going to do is try our best to get through this door without her grabbing us. Aha, nice. Now, the reason that you can probably guess we're coming back through this area is because we can now take out Norman the Normal or whatever who was banging on this door. And yep, I figured I'd be in danger. Shit. And let me dip out for 1 sec. I know that that's kind of lame, but I really, considering that I haven't saved yet, I don't want to choke this early in the Let's Play. So, oh, perfect. Okay, we're at least. It seems to me like at least as far as getting grabbed by the puppets, there's about 4 grabs I can take before I'll die. So I'm down to 2 grabs before I'll die. And here's a cutscene.
There you are. Now don't toddle off again. I've got some snackaroos waiting back in the lobby.
Hey, what's going on here? Your puppet friends are attacking me.
Oh, are they? How embarrassing. By the way, what's your name?
What?
Your name, your moniker, your handle, your nom de plume?
It's Gordon.
Gordon? What a beautiful name! I could say it all day. Gordon. Gordon. Gordon.
Is this a gun? Does it work?
Oh my, that's where I left that. I was looking for it all over the place. Ugh, fine. If you're gonna go gallivanting all over the place, then at least watch out for Pearl.
Pearl?
You know, the enormous bird that crushes people. Don't get on her bad side is all I'm...
What was that? Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so we got 33 bullets. Let's grab this note real quick and set up on the long part of this hallway. Perfect. And Just a little bit more. There we are. So
Your alphabet, huh?
your ammunition count is 26, one for every letter of the alphabet. That's pretty funny. Now we have this gun, and I didn't make a note to mention it. I maybe should have, but the same room that we got our wrench, there was a target, which we couldn't really reach. I don't think it would be best to go that way, because, again, you don't want to waste... You want to conserve your ammunition as much as possible. This game rewards playing very passively, which I also think I mentioned in this exact same hallway earlier. But it is true. That's why you're given tape and stuff, and I'm glad, like I said, I knew I would come through this hallway. I almost wish that I'd used it up on the hallway that follows this one, but hey. So we're going to shoot this target, and then it releases this blue circle key. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the blue circle key opens the least amount of doors in the game. Well, of the shapes, anyway. You can hit X to reload, even though you don't have any ammunition to load into it. Sometimes that's a little nervous tick of mine. She'll probably do a little... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Unlocked and open. I knew she would do like a little dance, so I was hoping that that would allow me to get by her, and it did. More duct tape. Oh, I don't think I did that the last time I played this game. I'm not sure how you unstuck that tape, as a matter of fact. You can ding this. And I think... Let's see, I'm not sure what all these notes here are. Or wet pearls, do not touch. It's feather hanging wall. I don't know. Maybe it's has something to do with a kind of lifestyle that I never lived. But some of these places are just for like little cheat code tapes. I believe that there's one right there that you would have normally, but I've already collected it. That's kind of one of the downsides to have played this game before, is that expending some of the resources that I have for some of the secrets, which I've already gotten, is likely to happen. So basically, if we go through a big harump to get to an area where it seems like there's nothing in it, there was probably a cheat code tape. I know some of them. I'm not pointing out every little secret, but, you know, I'm going to point out as many as I'm able to. I'm just kind of looking around. I'm going to debate what our best course of action is. Let's open up this door. You kind of want to skirt the outside. Again, don't aggro the puppets as best as you can. We're on the lookout for a giant bird, and it's kind of one of those things, you'll know it when you see it sort of deals. I haven't been grabbed by it before, but the possibility definitely exists. Keep an eye on that clock. We'll be using it for a series of puzzles coming up. Aha, know it when you'll see it, huh? Is there anything else I want to do, like, while I'm here and ready? Let me just go ahead and tick this over to the anchovy. I'm not an anchovy on my pizza kind of guy, but no, I could have swore I just saw... Oh, yes, there it is. These big caches get unlocked as we flip this time around. Let me put it to... I guess we'll leave it in the pizza side. Again, I really don't want to get grabbed by her. I guess we'll go ahead and go to this back area here. I don't think there's anything I want to loot right there. Now, we are going to be traveling. This is going to be a very high traffic area for me. So I'm debating where is best to tie up one of these guys. I think I'll tie up this character. Man, these guys always are talking about some bullshit. Yeah, I'll tape this character up. I'm worried about using too much of my tape too early, but oh well. This is a game that's pretty well on the whole about like conservation. Let's see what's in this room. Oh, okay. This area kind of sucks because you can't go back, but it is part of some progression that you have to make. Yeah, I really don't want to continue missing this guy. Okay. Yeah, because we have to open up this thing there. Man, I kind of goofed that one up. That's kind of the worst way that you can go about doing that one. There's a main building which we can explore, but I'm not going to do that until we have a key or two that we'll need to get in there. Up here should be another group of enemies. There's more of these. Man, I'm thinking while I don't have enemies to deal with, because the enemies get randomized every time that you enter an area, and there's no enemies there, so I'm considering very heavily just going back to the clock and using it while I don't have any enemies to contend with. I do believe I have one enemy on my back. Yep, I was worried about that. Oh well. That, you know what? I can live with that. That's a fair trade. Now, again, do want to keep an eye out for the bird. It looks like it's coming this way, so I don't know what its detection range is. I'm pretty sure it's not amazing because, well, it normally wears glasses, but I guess we'll see. Again, I've never been grabbed. I think that it's an enemy because it accidentally steps on you, but hey, I don't know. There we go. Here's one of the letters that we'll need. A letter block. We need like 7 or 6 of them maybe. Let's go ahead and turn it for the onion next. I guess it's probably a good thing that Pearl is blind so that I don't get snagged by her. Strikes me as a deadly enemy otherwise. Switch this to the onion now, and I want to, of course, as usual, keep an eye out for the bird. I'm just trying to get in areas where I'm pretty sure that she doesn't step kind of no matter what. I think these guys would drive you fucking nuts if you had to hear them all the time. Like, I'm thinking of this dude who's over this fucking thing here who just will not shut the fuck up. And now I knew there would be an enemy guy here. I have enough ammunition to spend on figuring out what the next thing we need to unlock is. My goodness, this guy's a tank. Yeah, this guy here generally takes a lot more shots than other enemies, at least in my experience. I think he has a higher health pool. Oh, some maybe pepperoni. I think that might be. I was hoping I could drop down there, but no such luck. And I guess I'll probably go down there and get rid of that guy for 2 reasons. One, he's testing my fucking patience. And 2, he's talking about eating cereal. Like, you gotta be shitting me. I also noticed that he had a block, was the other thing. Want to make sure that there's nothing to loot over here. I didn't figure that there would be, but yes, so we need to do tomatoes. That's a big part of the next phase of this operation, you could say. Honestly, this area, even though I've spent a fair bit of time in it already, really doesn't take all that long. I remember in my head it taking way longer than it seems like it's about to. Of course, it sort of seems that way, and it probably seems like I'm doing a lot of backtracking, but it's all in an effort to continue to save this ammunition, and it really isn't even taking up all that much time. So, now that we've opened this, we've got a health Olax, and I'm hoping that there's maybe one more locked container that I can get to before resetting the enemies, but I don't think we'll have that kind of luck. Let's continue on. I do have my gun loaded, and this will exit us to the backstage area. And, well, you can kind of see now why I did that. Ah, shit, I don't want to enter that door. I just remembered I was about to go through it, and I was like, no, because it locks from the other side. I was going to despawn that guy and respawn him somewhere a little bit more agreeable, but I don't think so. Now that leads us back to the flower shop, which was one of the first shops that we entered. It's enterable from the other side, so I'm not going to mess with it. Let's take a look at this switch, which now we can go down there and get a key that we need. What am I missing here? I see the letter block, but I feel like I would have grabbed it if it was accessible to me. I guess we need to go back and see what that's about, maybe. Let's... Hold up. Uh-oh. Just tearing up the trash. I don't think I've ever been that close to her like that before. Let's continue around and grab that key. I always sort of figured that she would grab you if you were very close to her in that position, which may still be true. I just may not have gotten close enough to her. Now we have a square key, which can unlock a bunch of this and that stuff around here. One of the this and that things, this cash register, which we grabbed a letter block and another 5 cents from. Yeah, I didn't. Well, we could get back to the backstage from here. Let's just hope we got a lucky spawn with that one enemy up here. Nice. It does look like we missed him at least. Now there's another one of the locked pizza topping things, but damn it, I must have just oh, you know what, I think I do know where we had to go. It's not so much me being lost, it's just like getting a full kind of a map of the area in your head. You can shoot Pearl. It doesn't do anything for you though, for one. You do get an achievement though if you waste 20 shots on her, which is kind of cool. Now while we're waiting for her to despawn, since I have one key, I'll go ahead in here and show you the room that I was talking about earlier. On the first key, it unlocks this room that's on the bottom. Actually, let's grab that Health Olax. Well, you know what? I can afford to drink one of the Health Olaxes. I like to kind of save them for the boss fights and stuff, but hey, there's another token. And yes, I figured that there would be a letter block in here, but I wasn't for 100% sure. Now upstairs is another kind of like a, not like a hub area, but one of the safe rooms. That's right. That's what the cool kids call these things, as the safe rooms. Again, you can interact with this box. Let's see what's worth kind of storing. I can go ahead and discard this blue key, as it looks like we're done with it. And let's go ahead and stash one of the Health Olaxes. And let's stash, I guess those tokens were fine. Let's then try and save. I'm not so stupid that I don't think that I ever need to save. We are playing on a difficulty that's less than what I've beaten before, but whenever you come back with the second key for this door, new enemies spawn in here. I'm hoping that's enough to remind myself that there's enemies in here the next time that I come, but hey, we'll have to see. So couple enemies around. I guess I'll go ahead and shoot this guy. I'm just a little bit concerned that I wouldn't be able to outrun him, and then I would be caught between a rock and a hard place, because I know that there's a enemy at the very top of these steps. I should be able to at least outrun this character though. Let's go ahead and enter here. This room is kind of interesting. So we go to drain this, right? It's kind of cool because it's got like the horror aspect to it, where it, like, as it drains, it starts twitching and twitching, and whenever we actually go to grab it, it'll finally jump up at you. I don't think it's that scary, but that was that. Rubber Ducky is considered sort of an Easter egg. I guess the person who made the environments put one of those ducks in every environment that they worked on, so that's kind of interesting. There we go. Down to 15 shots. Not too great, but oh well. What is this room? Ah, shit, I need the anchovy for this room. Okay, that's the last little piece that I need, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yes, there's two little lootable looking things here. Duct tape. I swear these puppets, they drive me fucking crazy every time I play this game. Now I'm hoping that these enemies haven't respawned yet, because, well, that one has. Let me think for just a second. I don't really want to waste the ammunition, but you know, I'm going to. It's just, oh fuck, not that guy, not there. Uh-oh, hold up. Hold up. 3, 4, 5, and the wrench. Okay. Well, oh, well great, there's Pearl now. That I really can't do anything about. Again, you don't really want to knock into her if you can help it. I don't really have a counterplay to this other than to wait, so you'll have to excuse me on that. And I definitely don't want to aggro that guy there because his health pool is enormous relative to what I have available for firepower. So we're going to also have to go back this way, but I'm thinking that we're safe because they shuffled the enemies around. I hear running, and oh my god, Pearl has fucked me in just about every way possible. I think my only bet, is to try and get around her. This is all stemmed from the fact, of course, that I just didn't leave this in anchovy or have the foresight to put it in anchovy. Oh my god, what the fuck is he even talking about? We can go up here. Let's hope that we don't have to fuck with too many enemies on the way back. This is the last item that we need, if I'm not mistaken, and then we'll be done with this little side area. But this is the most important item, I would argue, that we need. So, the glasses. Now, we're good to enact the rest of this little scenario. So, we head our way back down to the center of town. Try not to get grabbed. My god. I don't know who the voice actors were for this game, but everybody besides Gordon was pretty good. Gordon's fine. So, to stay safe, I like to interact with it from this side, even though it flips the camera around. We put down all of the letters, and then we spell neighbor. Whoops. Oh, okay. And so we have a letter. It goes in the mailbox. Please. Uh-oh. Watch out. Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to go great. Between Pearl and this character here grabbing me. Definitely going to have to knock this one out. Okay. Now then, let's just put the letter in, and then out the bottom comes a crank and a note. So, next, if I'm not mistaken, we might have to reshuffle the enemies before this cutscene plays. Let me take a step out here, because I oftentimes kill myself. Well, not kill myself, but there's a fucked up little thing that can happen. So, she wants her glasses. I put the glasses on her, then you have to be on the other side of her to trigger the cutscene. I think you're supposed to come from the other way, but anyway, this is a cutscene.
That's a good girl. There we go. See, nice and calm. It's been a long time since you saw yourself, huh? Happens to all of us. We all get shocked sometimes when we look in the mirror. Oh, sorry.
And that's that. And now she's no longer a danger to this area. Of course, that means nothing now because we're, by and large, completely finished with this place. We just have to exit. Now that crank takes us to the next hub area that we have to visit. We just exit through all of these exit doors until we reach the studio parking lot again. And also, you may have noticed in one of the cutscenes a while back that the little sock puppet guy said that he had gotten us snacks. So before we go to the next area, which is Ray's It's Time to Fix Sewers, we're going to head back to the hotel and take a little look there. The last area and this area are not too bad as far as length is concerned, but the third area, like the theater, extremely fucking big, extremely fucking long, but it does have one of my favorite segments of the game in it, as well as one of the few boss fights in this game, so that's kind of cool. Now, time to head to Ray's sewer. I know I'm not really doing awesome on supplies. Do I actually have a heal? I do have a heal, so we can get away with using that. And let's go ahead and eat a chocolate bar. Like I said, it just kind of puts some pep in your step. It's not too great or anything, and it does fade away pretty quick, but oh well. I don't really know what the purpose of using it is, but now then, we slip and slide like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon down here. And if I'm not mistaken, as soon as we get up here, there's another cutscene.
Oh dear, oh my. You seem to be stranded in the basement.
How do I get out of here, Ricky?
Oh, haven't a clue. Never come down here myself. Why? What's got your overalls in a knot?
I'm trying to get to the roof.
The roof? Pfft, what's so interesting about the roof? Down here's much more intriguingly musty. Unrelated, how do you feel about blunt force head trauma?
What is it this time?
Well, Ray, of course. He's the best sort of monster janitor thing. But he's a little obsessed with, organic maintenance. Tends to pop out of pipes and clobber people with his wrench.
Great. Are all of you puppets crazy?
Well, Ray has always been a little grouchy, even before the shutdown. That's why they moved him down here. Only way out is by elevator, and he can't figure out how to use the buttons.
Elevator. Got it.
Oh, silly me. I forgot about the elevators. Really, Gordon, I wouldn't bother. The cables are probably rusted. I don't think they even run anymore.
I'll take my chances.
Wow, you're so courageous and stuff. Look, I gotta go wash my hair.
Okie dokie. So there's some more ammunition for us. Now, granted, it's not amazing because, it's only 8 shots. I do see us probably using the wrench a lot here. Okay. That enemy. I believe there's an enemy that starts to spawn in here later. I could be wrong. But if that is true, they just haven't spawned in there just yet. Now, don't want to screw with that guy just yet. We do want to kill this character. Shit, he's behind me. Hold up. I hear him. Tie her up. Hop into this room. I heard him aggro onto me just because I was a little idiot. Locker room, I like to visit first, I believe, because it's just an area that we'll have to visit here soon for all of these supplies and stuff. Definitely looks like we got a fair bit of tape. The last time that I had played this game on the harder difficulty, I had not really an issue. Fuck, that scared me. I'd had a little bit of an issue with tape as far as the supplies are concerned, but this time seems to be not so bad. So there's that magazine, and if I'm not mistaken, there's a locked door right there with the red diamond. I don't think... Oh, we can go in here. I'm not sure. Oh, yes, I do know where this is. This is actually where we get our second... weapon. Now this door should be locked. Yes, it is locked from the other side, but we do have a weapon that we can get from in here. One of the big things that's kind of tedious, but I do sort of like it, is these cabinets oftentimes have ammunition and supplies kind of inlaid around them. You just have to be willing to search them all, which is a-okay with me. I'm saving the kind of big gun for last, but here's a note that talks about the guy who made the gun that we're about to grab. So basically, if you think about it, sort of like BioShock as I've been describing it, we are just about to get the Novelist, which is this game's equivalent of the shotgun. This Mystic Maze is related to a puzzle later on. I have the puzzles kind of like wrote down or screenshotted or whatever, so that I can remember them when we're at the puzzle, but just so you know, this is where the answer to that puzzle, the Mystic Maze, is. I just don't want you to get confused and be like, well, where did he pull that answer from? Right out of his ass, I bet. But that's how you're supposed to solve an upcoming puzzle, and it won't even be for a little bit. I'll be lucky if I can remember to reference the maintenance office. Now, if we go to this hallway, you can see that guy is down on the ground. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that an enemy is in there, but I could be wrong. Now we can continue on forward. We've been fortunate enough not to encounter Ray just yet, which I'm usually very unfortunate as far as encountering him. I've never actually seen what it looks like to be grabbed by him, but imagine not pleasant. Now, both of these characters I am going to tape up because this is one of those rooms that we traverse a lot, and I'm not going to go over to there just yet. I want to go on this other side first. I'm hoping the last time that I played, this cutscene didn't play, so I'm glad to hear that it's playing this time. So again, this is a cutscene, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe not. We'll see. We flip this switch, and then Ray whips out of there. I don't think that there's anything else to see on this bottom floor. I just am kind of making sure that I get all the letters and the you know, supplies and stuff. Here is a little thing that describes what we're supposed to do with this piece that we just picked up, and we've got an enemy that just entered the area. This should be the very last time that we ever have to be in this room, so I'm not going to fuck with it. On the next hardest difficulty, the developers actually turned a bug into a feature. They had a weird bug where whenever you like triggered this guy or shot him, he would turn into like 6 enemies, which was a bug, but they then turned it into a difficulty feature. So if you play on any difficulty that's harder than this one, he actually splits into 6 or 7 of himself, which is kind of interesting. Now, there is... Why is that woman... Jesus Christ. There's Ray. If we get too close, he will grab us. We can scare him away, though, if we shoot him a couple of times. I'm not too partial to feeding him ammunition, but, you know. So, we have that new piece in our inventory, which is the power source. This puzzle is kind of interesting. Let's just go ahead and see. Is it ready to be plugged in? Hold up. Did I goof up somehow? Yeah. So, we plug it in up there, and then now this machine is powered. Before we interact with it, though, let's go to the next room, and we're going to loot, and we're going to get some information on how this puzzle functions. So, here is a map, and there's some pluses there, and also a toolkit we can inspect. I bet there's also a... Ooh, we can go ahead and discard this key, and I'm going to go ahead and stash that chocolate bar, and I'm going to stash that Health-O-Lax. Do I need it, actually? Nope, we're good. And then I'm going to... Should I save already? You know what? Let's just go ahead and save. What doesn't hurt anything. Alright. So down there on those letter or little note cards, I'm not sure that you can see, but that says 3, 10, and then a mark through that one, but you can see a little 7 is circled, which I'll show once we get down there. These little shapes here correspond to numbers. So square, for example, is +2, triangle -1, circle is 6. So if I wanted to make that say 3 o'clock, for example, I would probably do a square, square, and a triangle. And then for 10 o'clock, I would do a circle, square, square. And then for 7 o'clock, well, no reason to spoil the surprise, I suppose. So 2 -1. Okay, so for this first one, which is 3, let's just do square, square, and then a triangle, and then that will give us a little punch card here. We take the punch card and we insert it, and then we pull the little trigger, and you'll notice up on the clock it progresses the clock, and 3 o'clock on the first one. So now 10, as I mentioned earlier, is circle, square, square. Doesn't really matter the order in which you put these in, to my knowledge anyway. It would be cool if there was kind of a secret, but so that one there before said 9. You can see now that it's incorrect and that they've circled 7 instead. So to do 7, it is 1 of every number. So +6 + 2 - 1 is 7, And then we go ahead and grab the punch card. And this puzzle is already beat. 2 minus 1 plus 6 will give us 7. And then this door over on the side unlocks and opens. Perfect. Now, weird that they have a fucking mine under here, but hey, you know how it is, I suppose. This is an area that gets locked off to us later in the game, but we can still visit. Do I have any tape? Okay, I don't. So we're going to have to make kind of the best out of... Holy shit. So 3 enemies, probably. I'm debating the best way to go about this. Okay, let's go up here. And then over this way. I'm just trying to conserve my ammunition if I'm able to. Oh my god, they're so fast. Yep, I thought she might outspeed me. Well, I should outspeed her on the... There we go. On the way back, so... here's a little shelf with some ammunition and stuff on it. This room, fuck, I wish I had tape, because this enemy that's in here is really annoying if you don't have tape. And the last time I got here, I didn't have tape either, so... let's just keep with the pistol, I suppose. Nothing in the cabinet. There's just some locked doors around. I don't know what that banging is about. Here's a note. We're going to be looking in these lock boxes for fuses. Let's continue on, I guess. This is the first lockbox that we can unlock, and there's also a note indicating the position in which the fuses belong. That gets added to our inventory, so we don't have to memorize it. I'm hoping that this room has some tape or another kind of useful supply. Doesn't quite look like it. Is there anything I would like to store? Honestly, no, not right now. I would like to... You know what? We can also use these heal stations. I'm going to use a heal station and save. I know it hasn't been that long since I saved, but we're still going to do it anyway. Let's see. This room here. Is it worth me doing anything at all in here? Yes. So we're coming out of this area. We're shooting for that door. Again, just kind of hoping we outrun these guys. On the other side, there are doors, but they're locked with a key that I don't yet own. This room should have an enemy in it, and actually we traverse this area a lot. So if I have tape, I may use it. Do I have tape? I don't have tape. So he also isn't talking, so he evidently hasn't spawned yet. I'm looking for a door that might be locked. I actually am not 200% where these doors go out to. Okay, so this one goes out to here. I see Roy over there hiding in his little grate. There's a secret. You can press, there's 2 bricks. That's the first one. And I'm going to go ahead and just down this character. I probably didn't have to do that, but that's fine. Oh, hey, here's this guy. 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. At least now I don't have to worry about them. And I'm probably not going to screw with Roy. On the other side, there's another brick that we press. Now, I'll go mess with that in just a second. This here leads to an elevator, but we can't interact or do anything with it yet. And I'm pretty sure that there's nothing to see back here just yet. Now, to show you that secret, it is in this same area which we just opened. Well, it's in the same area that we are now, that we just opened. Now, before I trigger this girl, I would like to show it, because I'm probably going to run, but there's a little mouse with a cave over there. I'm going to run over there. I just don't want you to... miss out on it. Is a cave full of these mice. In the center of the cave, there's a cheat tape. And then on this wall, there's a note. Nobody knows what this note means just yet. Maybe it's for some DLC, or maybe it's for another game that they're going to make in the future, or maybe it's for an area of the game that hasn't been explored yet. But there's a couple of interesting secrets in this game, and then there's a couple of not interesting secrets. Ah, boy. Hold up. Okay. That was a big blunder on my part. Huge waste of the shotgun shells, but I kind of choked coming out of that cave. I knew showing that secret off was going to be kind of a waste of supplies for no payout other than to just show it off, but I guess that's just part of the challenge of this challenge. Now, again, we're back in this room. The idea behind me traversing back this area, we're going to have to go back to the main area of the sewer to get all of the lock boxes that we haven't so far. He said, I wonder what happens when I scream. What the fuck is wrong with these things? Yeah, we already got that one. Just wanted to make triple-double. That other way leads out to the main cave, so now we can enter here. It's weird. The boats here get disabled later in the game, and you can see like the puppets tear them up. I just am not sure why that happens, but hey, whatever. So these kind of act as, it's just an accessibility way to go between two places. It's not even fast travel. It's almost faster to just choose not to use them, but hey, whatever. Unlocked and open. Let's see. So we're over here, right? And let me pull up my map just to make sure. We're in the bottom right. I just want to make sure I don't miss the lock box that, or the lock boxes that I'm aiming for. The lock box I'm looking for is in here. There'll be an enemy in here, so don't get too spooked. Oh wow, that one was a lucky break. It only took 3 shots. So there's our lock box, and then I know where the last one is. It's right beside where we did the punch card puzzle. And then we'll be ready to head back to that fuse box. The first time that I played this, I was kind of confused in a couple areas, but this was one of them. You can hear Roy. He kind of groans. He kind of groans. Oh my goodness. So we got 3, and I'm just trying to make sure that I don't overshoot where I'm trying to get to. Again, we travel through this area quite a bit, so I'm glad that I've taped these characters up. Ooh, and I'm also glad that I did get that extra tape for the fuse room. That'll help out a ton too. So this is where the last lockbox is located, and now we just have to head back to the fuse area. Once again, a little short trip through these mines. They do seem to suck up my supplies just about every time that I visit them though, but comes with the territory, which I also said in this hallway the last time we were here. That's kind of crazy. So, or maybe I said, you know what it is. Oh, there's Roy. Whew, you almost got a freebie on me, Roy. Almost. Okay, perfect. They can't jump down the ledge like I can. And if it was the fast girl in here, I would just nail her with a couple of shots. But none of these guys are fast enough to catch a fellow with fleet feet. Now, this room, we're back here. And this game also kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 7 or 8 a little bit. Let's open up this sewer's password. So it goes Club Diamond Heart Spade. Let's plug that in. Club Diamond Heart Spade. And then this door on our right unlocks. Now, I'm not sure if this is universal, but we are going to operate off the assumption that whenever we grab this pair of cutters, this guy comes alive. Hold up, let me look away maybe, or try to leave. Well, maybe on the harder difficulties he comes alive. That is very peculiar, because the last time I played, he came alive. So, anyway, now we have the bolt cutters, which allows us to enter or enter the area in which we can exit the sewers. This is probably the last time that we'll get to use the boats, so they were a very short-lived little set piece for us. I kind of like the aesthetic of the sewers. I just don't really like, the puppets being deadly. It'd be a good place to chill with the fellas, if you weren't eating food. Now, okay, I wanted to make sure I was going to head the right direction. I was getting a little bit turned around inside of my head, but we head back through here. Yes, this enemy is now awake. What is the best way to handle him? Let's just waste some pistol bullets. I want to save up on the shotgun a little bit. Don't have to worry about taping him. You know, what I also didn't do was bother to tape that other guy that there was too. This guy is by and large not worth worrying about in the least bit. I think he might move spawns later on, but for now he doesn't. Down here in this corner is another cheat tape, if you haven't collected it yet. Now, I don't think we can loot these lockers now. We can drop down, but of course that would just lead to me getting hit. And now we are in the elevator headed out of the sewers. Now this isn't the last we'll see of 95% of these places, but just we're done with that area for now. There are 2 locked doors, one on either side of us, that need to both be unlocked with a particular key.
Starting again.
And their broadcast is interrupting another, or this broadcast is interrupting the normal broadcast. Now, I guess there is some stuff to loot out here on the table. I don't think ringing that does anything for us. Nothing to see there. Now, let me load this shotgun. The front doors are locked, which I guess I can go ahead and show. So we go to interact with them. They're locked. I'm not sure what is through this room, actually. I'm kind of drawing a blank in my head. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. So we have the normal postman enemy, or the bus driver, and then we also have these little Muppets. They work kind of... Well, you don't want to get too close to them, I guess, is all I can really say. But otherwise, they're not that deadly. They're not worth using tape on in just about any circumstance. Here's a golden goblin-looking character. Yeah, and they are really fucking annoying because there's a lot of them. So here's another safe room. There's a token, and I'm hoping some supplies in and around here. Ooh, and a velvet mask. I'm glad that I bothered to make the trip in here. There's a little mouse down there. So what to put up? Do I have to heal? No, I'm healed. Okay. Let's put up the heal. We don't need the lockbox key anymore, so we can discard it. We don't really need the wrench anymore either. This is one of the first areas in the game in which your inventory can get really cluttered. So I'm going to go ahead and sort some of it, actually. Sick inventory sorting gameplay. Let's go ahead and flip the novelist. I think that's what I'd like to do. You can... Yeah, let's put that like that, I suppose. And then, you know what else I can do? We'll move that there. That down to the bottom right. This will give us a little bit of space to deal with. It's not... I mean, it's probably one of the most wildly inefficient looking ways that you can sort your inventory, but it'll let me get some more supplies the way that I need them, at least for the next couple areas that are coming up. This area, again, is really hyper focused on inventory management, sort of. Yeah, I'm not wasting more bullets on this guy. This is like I'm not going to be in this area again, hopefully. Now, I do know what's in the room that's on the other side here. I don't know why there's a cheeseburger there. So this room here, there should be a little note, and then a little thing to loot here, some shells for my shotgun. Interesting that we can only load one at a time, but for a lot of enemies outside of the bosses, they're one-shot kills. So the elevator doesn't work. So that's kind of our goal. We're going to make the elevator work, and then we'll be done with this area. This was one of the areas that I said was fairly large. Nothing to loot in there. Now, before we head up to what is the one of the longer and more convoluted floors, we're going to go into the theater. Now, this room, if you can manage it, you want to try your best to conserve your ammunition in this room, because it wants you to use the punctuator, or punctuation. I'm going to... boy. Hold up. I got them all coming... I'm going to get grabbed. Think. These stairs are really, really fucking slow. And I didn't loot one of these rooms. So now then, if I exit, and I should be able to enter it again, those enemies will actually not be there, I think. Aha. So that is a little trick to clear out this room. And I, wasted a bullet to kill all those things, essentially. This was the room that I wanted to show, but I thought that there were supplies in there. Maybe either I'm not lucky or what, but the other door is locked. You can't open it to my knowledge in this game. Now we're getting very close to, where we'll actually get to see some enemies and have some things to contend with. Now, these desks are all worth looking at. There's oftentimes supplies in them and stuff. Same thing for these cabinets that are turned all topsy-turvy and stuff. For example, there's a token there. That's a really nice piece of art, I think. Now, we might be done in this room already. Oh, there was a magazine with some bullets inside of it. I think I should have probably went, the other way. But that's okay. There's, it's not that big of a flop that we just did. I'm anticipating this to take... I'm trying my best not to go through it too fast, but I mean, like, once you do everything that there is to do in an area or kill an enemy, what else can you really say about it? This enemy features our... this area features our big enemy that's going to be hunting us for this area. It's a big green version of the gold statue that we saw. I'm trying to get all my looting done in here before he makes a play on my ass. I would like to bait him down this right side of the hallway, actually. Okay, so he charges into the wall, and then he's charging this side too. Looks like I'm not going to be able to loot those cabinets, because he'll just charge me, and I don't feel like doing 7 loop-de-loops for a Halo lax. Time for a duet with myself. Sometimes these puppets are funny. I like to tape up these 2 puppets. This is another area I traverse a lot as I play the game. I don't think there's actually much to loot in these rooms as they are. Like a lot of these areas require keys. A lot of the doors do. Let's go ahead and tape that guy up. Is that room locked? It is. And that's an interesting piece of art. This room should have stuff that I need inside of it. How's our inventory looking? Oh, pretty fucking bad, actually. Let me move. This needs to definitely not be there. And then if I move the mask up 1 slot, okay, that kind of fixes things a little bit. I definitely need to drop off some of the stuff I've been collecting if I get a chance to. Oh my goodness, more shells and tokens. Well, I don't think I got any set pieces from in here, like any keys or anything, but we did get a lot of supplies, so that's good. We actually have a fair bit of ammunition loaded up too, so which is we'll want to conserve some too, because we have a kind of interesting little segment that comes up towards the end of this area. These stairs lead to a locked door. It takes a red or diamond key. What else do I have? Let's do this. I can afford to kind of waste the shells and not bother taping this girl up. I was worried that I may have to if she was stuck in the wall there, but that guy will end up respawning. This area down here leads to a dead end, so we can bother to come down here. I don't think there's anything to see in that corner, so we can head down this little hallway here. Yeah, I already hear her. She's back up. And I think that that's actually all that there is to loot there. I kind of like this little side hallway. I just kind of like... I mean, the city obviously kind of looks like shit, but it's like in this animation style, or art style maybe I should say, animation style. In this art style, I kind of like the look of like this destitute world. This, let's see, I got the inventory space for it. We can grab this game piece, and what does that say? FGHI. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. These guys are talking like schizophrenics. Oh my god. So when we go into this next room, I think that enemy will be back up, and I may tie him up. You know what? He's probably not worth it. I'm just going to say forget it on that one. Yeah, because I don't think we'll travel through this hallway very much, and I think the few times that we will, it might be worth using the ammunition on him, and we also might just get away with not having to use ammunition at all on him. I actually don't have room for that ammunition, which is tough. We might have room for it after I clear this hallway out, which will have to be done anyway. That guy I could tape up. How we doing on inventory space? I got room for one piece. Oh, I could go ahead and health olax myself, and that would let me get those shells. Now this might have a health olax. It does have a health olax, but I don't really need one right now. Is there anything I could toss? Oh, I can toss this big ass, they call it a gutter, but it's a bolt cutter. So, and I hope I mentioned that items that have a check mark on them you no longer use in the game. Like I said, just hope that I mentioned that. Besides, this room is going to eat a bunch of ammunition too. There's another note there, and there's some supplies. I really don't need to trade ammunition for HP, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's kind of fun. So there's duct tape, a little bell that we can ring, and a shooting range that we can do. We just simple as shoot all the targets. I don't know if there's a time limit. If there is, I've never hit it before. It does kind of suck because there's not a great way to aim in this game, but you know, oh wow. So we did that, wasted a ton of ammunition, but hey, there's some health olaxes, and I think that's pretty well all that there is to get in there. I can afford to move. Let's see if I move that over. You know what though? I can't grab the health olaxes right now.
Looks like fun.
So this is the mini game I was talking about. Very interesting. So we put down our piece, right? You have to follow these rules to play against this guy. Those health things are there in case you fuck up on the rules or you lose the game, because losing, he'll also attack you. And he takes a piece of your health every time he attacks you, no matter what. We may see it, we may not. So the bell rings. We have to play... when it's our turn, either draw a card or play a card to move that many spaces, and then the first to the end wins, and then the special spaces. So for example, I would like to land on Norman, so I'm going to play a 2, right? And what happens when we land on Norman is we draw a card, and whenever he gets 3, he'll automatically play a card on his turn. Leonard is slow. If you're on Leonard, you can only play 1, so we don't want to land on the purple. We want to land on the space right before the purple. So we'll move forward 2 spaces. He moved a 1. Now again, I would like to land on Norman, so I'm going to play a 3, and that'll let us draw another card. It actually looks like we're like getting hand-fed this win almost. So we're going to play down another 3. We want to avoid the goblet, otherwise, you know, we'll lose. So if I play down a 2, I could also play down a 3. Actually, let's go ahead and play down a 3. I'm going to avoid everything and move as fast as possible. Looks like he drew a card instead of playing a card, so that might be his downfall. He just played a 2, and then I'll play it too, and then I just won. So that lets us get the key, which is the same reason that I didn't bother to grab any of the health Olax, is because that would have filled up our inventory space. So that is red, right? Let me go up here actually and unlock this door and the other side where we can use these red keys. So I'll unlock that first. I don't think I'll go through it. There's nothing to see on the other side. Up here, well, so we insert a reel, press a button, and then it'll play it. I don't think... Oh my goodness, there is magazines up here. I was going to say there's no supplies up here, but... so you can insert a reel if you have one into the projectors, but as of right now, I don't have any. You can go to this, though. 4 does have a thing inside of it, and then you can go here to the end to kind of like watch it, I guess, if you really felt like you wanted to watch it. Now, there is some puzzles related to these later on, just not right now. So, I think that is good for our first once over of this place. This area, that's what I thought, would lead us back to that room that we were on the other side of this area from earlier. You'll know what I mean once I actually step out here. So now, Gooblet is out here. And I don't think I'm going to get away with, yeah, coming down that side. Oh, well. So they just slammed their head, and they're going to continue to slam their head. Now that we have this key, we can head to this backstage area. I'll go ahead and knock this character out and then tape them up, because we are going to travel through this area quite a bit. Same way with this character. You really shouldn't have to tape them up, but I just do it anyway. They really don't take too many supplies, but oh well. Now, we're on this stage. Again, this is an area you don't really have to waste a ton of supplies on, but, well, you know what? I probably am not going to. How are we looking in this area? I wish I'd stepped off on a, at one of those supply chests so I could drop off my supplies. Also, that guy was not taking damage for some reason. I do kind of wish there was a reticule, but, you know, might be a thematic choice. There's a candy bar. I'll probably eat that shortly. This looks like it was Gooblet's show, the eating game. That's no surprise. They're fucking enormous. I still haven't gotten hurt, so I don't have to worry about the health Olaxes. There's a token. And, ooh, there's a mask. Damn, I need that mask kind of bad. Let's eat the candy bar, and then that should give me enough space once I rotate these and put them up. There we go. That'll let me grab the velvet mask, and we do have the speed boost currently from the from the candy bar we just ate. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's nothing to grab, but we need a hydraulic fluid tank to fix that elevator. Now we're getting to the end of my knowledge here. I do kind of, like, I remember it, but I also kind of don't remember it. Okay, let me head back out to this area. So this area, if I wasn't mistaken, led me to an area I could store stuff. That guy just scared the teetotal piss out of me. Let's shoot that guy, shoot this guy, because I'm getting tired of being taxed for coming down this hallway. And I also want to put up these supplies. I have a lot of them now. In the tools, what is best to put up? Let's put up all of these tokens. Definitely want to put up the health Olax. Give them... You know what? I can probably go ahead and put 2 stacks of the shells in. And I should be able to merge this stack. Yep, I sure can. I want to show you guys something cool with the punctuation that I heard of recently, so I'm not going to fuck with that just yet. Move that over. We do want all of the masks. Important to keep the masks in our inventory. And move all the masks to the left. And we are flush. Don't have to do anything else. Holy shit, look how many health Olaxes there are in there. So, punctuation. Let's hope I get a lucky roll on the enemies here, and I don't have to expend too many bullets. So I only heard about this recently. It's not even that cool of a secret, but if you take one of these punctuations and you throw it into a golden gooblet's mouth, it'll close. That's fucking cool. It doesn't do anything to anybody's knowledge, but hey, it's neat. And that's supposed to act as like a kind of grenade too, so that's cool. Yes, so the area we have to go to, we head up here. I think I would like to stay, yes, on this side. Yes. So we're up here. Again, now that I've put up all that ammunition, it's like I have no ammunition. But you can't blame anybody but yourself on that one, I suppose. That guy is still down, so that's good. We just need to hold on. I don't actually want to go that way because that hallway, if you'll remember, is filled with enemies that I didn't tape up. But if I go in this other hallway, which it might kind of confuse you where it is, but don't worry, it leads us to this hallway. 2 things I need to do as I traverse this pathway again. Thing number 1 is open up this door where we have another mask to grab. This one is the angry mask. And then, well, I guess we can loot all these things too. Another punctuation grenade. And this almost looks like a dictator of some kind. But as far as I know, there's nothing to be had. Nothing else all around. Now, we need to continue around in a circle, and we'll go to that other red diamond door, if you can remember that one, which should be at the top of these stairs here. I like all the art of all the characters on these walls. They're goofy. Now then, once we're here, you can take a look at this. Junebug had a good day, Norman had a bad day, Liliana found a big mouse, and George got cut off in traffic. So George, he's mad. And then, let's see, who else do we have? We have Norman had a bad day, so he's probably sad. And then, let's do Junebug next. Junebug had a good day, so they were smiling. And then, she saw a mouse. And then it moves this thing around in front of us, and we get this big My Friendly Neighborhood building, which gives us some dice. Now we want all these dice. And then, if I have the inventory space, which I of course should, let me just reorder this just a little bit. I know that you didn't come here for the inventory management, lesson, but so let's pick up all these masks because we'll need them for later. We can just store them in our inventory box if it becomes pertinent. This leads us to, speaking of inventory boxes, a shortcut, or not maybe a shortcut, but an inventory box itself. Let's go ahead and store all these masks because I'm not going to mess with them for a good little bit. Now I have to sort the sorting, or sort the storage box. Let's go ahead and move this, put it sideways, and move the mask. And if I move this, then I should be able to store everything that I want to. That's just fine. And then we'll put in the masks, and I'll try and put up, whoops, I think I'm going to stash 2 of these. The box is full. I can move these coins, select them, and then I didn't even know you could rotate them. For whatever reason, you can rotate those. Stash the Health Olax, and I don't think I even want anything from this inventory. Nope, we are good. That door is locked. We'll have access to it later. In the meantime, let's go ahead and save. I don't think I have to heal up. Nope, I sure don't. So, this is what I was saying. This third area is particularly long. Our next area that we're aiming for is the room that had the Norman who we played the fun mini game with. It's funner if it doesn't just feed you 3s and 2s, basically all the ways to win, but oh well. Also, unfortunately, because we're going this way, I'm going to have to spend a lot of ammunition, it would seem, because I do think we have to go through this area, which is the kitchen. Was I I thought maybe there was some stuff that I didn't grab in here the last time I was in here, but I guess not. I hope I have enough ammunition to take all these guys out. I definitely don't have enough ammunition for the return trip, especially whenever I keep wasting it like that. Oh, thank God they shut the hell up. Okay, is there a... Okay, he's not awake yet. Good, thank God. So, here is the next part of the puzzle. Let's go ahead and open this up. So we have to put these dice in here to answer, or to match the passphrase. But if you'll notice, let's just put one of these in. So let's say that first one needs to be 3, right? So you would think we put in 3, but whenever you go to flip it, on the other side it's 4. So instead, actually, you need to make it 4, and then it matches up perfectly with the 3. So these are all inverses of each other. So the second one, for example, needs to be 1, and the third one needs to be 6. So we put 1, and then flip it to 6, and that gives us 3, 6, 1, which is the way that it goes on their side. So then on the next one, it will go 2, 5, 4, if I'm not mistaken. 2, and then a 5, and then 4. So we open that up, and that's flush. So finally we need a 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2. Interesting way to do your safe combination. Now that we're done with that, we can pull the lever, and that'll give us the hydraulic that we needed. Now I'm pretty sure that that is all that we need for there. Let's head back to the lobby. Let's go get a snack. We're going to pick up a bunch of health Olax as well. I suppose before we go do that, I should probably go plug this hydraulic air in, I would think. Just kind of get things all ready. And we'll also save too. Because like I said, we've got a little siege attack about to come up. So, yes, we're headed now into the area where this elevator is to plug the hydraulic tank in.
Fix that elevator.
And good. We're headed out, yes. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of that show, the Eating Show, I think it was called, with Gooblet. I like the kind of art on these things too. Puppet Space Quest, like that fucking looks badass, but I'm sure that probably sucks. It strikes me as one of those movies that would not be very great. I should be able to avoid these enemies. And I think I already put the masks up. I'm pretty sure. So let's see what I might take with me. Definitely need all the ammunition that I can hold. Definitely should take probably 3 of these health Olaxes. And, ooh, definitely, again, all the ammunition I can hold. And I don't think there's anything else that I would like to use any ammunition for. Or, I'm sorry, put back in the box. Sorry, I was thinking in my head, I was like, definitely want to reload before what comes up next comes up next. I think I can avoid that character. Yeah. Man, those little Muppet things on the wall are my least favorite enemies in the whole game. They just waste. They're so wasteful. They waste your ammunition. If you decide to tape them up, then they waste your tape. Sorry, I was getting a little bit turned around. I definitely should have saved, which I believe I neglected to do. Well, it's too late now. Yes, we're headed for the elevator. I saved, didn't I? Oh well, I guess we'll see if I happen to lose, huh? Now, what all is there to do here? I know that we can loot this desk. Oh, good thing they have some ammunition and stuff here for us, too. Oh, I kind of like those miniatures of those guys up in the top right. Or I guess they're probably not miniatures, are they? I bet they're just like promotional toys, kind of like McDonald's runs. What's through this door? Oh, you know what? This is that little quick area I was talking about. I definitely did not save, by the way. I'm glad that there's a save point right there. Although that does mean on the repeats I'll have to loot this back room every time. Hopefully I don't ever forget. And these shelves here too. Because they apparently have a lot of ammunition and stuff in them. If for this upcoming area is the only place that I know of that is worth really using the punctuation on. Now this kind of looks, this is where A. Gerswald, his office. I kind of like this office. Oh wow, look, there's Goublet. They're just kind of chilling. What was I gonna do? Yeah, let's grab this front door key.
This will unlock the front door.
And now we can kind of head back that direction to leave. Let's take the elevator down, and hopefully we don't run into Goublet on the way. Now that sounded loud. And now we fight this big purple curtain looking thing. Again, only real use I've seen for the punctuation is just to kind of throw it at that boss. I'm trying to heal up. Hold up. I might have to get myself behind one of these things at the wall. Last time that I did this boss, I kind of cheatsy-doodled it a little bit, unfortunately, so it looks like I'm probably not gonna get away with it this time. Trying to, you aim for the eyes, of course, kind of like a Dead Space boss, but now we got these little things all around us. Okay, perfect. I got just a second to... Oh no, there's one more of these guys around I missed. Okay, so I just need to heal. How about the heal? I wish there was a quick heal button. Okay, perfect. He is really stacking up these Normans, huh? I kind of like this music. The music's kind of nice for a boss fight. Oh, okay, hold up. I think we... Did we get him? Oh, okay, we did get him. I knew that when the music stopped that something probably happened. And for right this second, I think we're done here. Yep. I just wanted to confirm with my inventory that we were done.
Okay, Gordon.
So that is that. What is next? What the fuck did I do all that for? I kind of completely lost track of what I'm doing. Now, I do know for certain that I know nothing. Ah, to our right, there's a red key, which I didn't bother to look at earlier, or a red lock that we'll need this key for. Now, I don't think... Yeah, there's nothing to loot back there, but we can unlock this, flip the switch on that, which then powers this door here that we can go through. Yeah, we actually ended up with a lot more ammunition than I thought following that boss fight, which is good because they fed us the ammunition, something heavy. Can't go through that door. It is locked, and there's nothing to really see, I don't think, for the rest of this maze right now. If I'm not mistaken, we might have a cutscene coming up. It's been just a minute, so you'll have to excuse me. There is a save station and a garden map. I always kind of figured that there would be something in there because I keep hearing the squeaking. Might be a good place. There's a free cam mode. Might be a good place to look. I guess I could go ahead and store some stuff in here, but I don't really know what I would do. We can definitely discard the front door key. It no longer has a use. And I could stash some of these shells. I really wish I could trade some of this for tape, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So since we beat that boss, I think that awards us another save. And we can now head outside. There is a cutscene actually right here.
Gordon, where are you going?
Where do you think?
What's the matter with you? Don't you want to be our friend?
You have a funny way of making friends. I'm lucky I haven't been hugged to death or eaten.
Okay, I admit we're not at the top of our game, but you can't throw us out just because we've made a few mistakes.
I'm just doing my job.
Uh-huh, sure. I take it blasting your way through hordes of allegedly psychopathic puppets is a normal day at work for you, Seriously, Gordon, who hurt you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? So you were just born a bully?
I'm not a bully.
Surprised you're not a detective. They're always bashing down doors and brandishing guns. Or maybe a GI. Give you a chance to rampage through some small defenseless...
Don't say that, Ricky.
Say what?
Don't talk about the war.
Why not? Just saying, seems like exactly the sort of place you...
It is kind of interesting. I never noticed how sensitive this guy was to the war. I kind of thought the storytelling in this game was kind of flat and one-dimensional, but I don't know. Maybe on another playthrough I'll sort of come around to it. I don't think there's anything to see down here. You just got to kind of memorize where these paintings of people are for a later puzzle, but I mean, if you forget where they are, you can just kind of come back and visit them. There went a dog. There's a switch that's inactive for right now because there's no battery. We'll come back to that in due time. And you can see we kind of have a greenhouse type thing coming up. But before we go there, I think I would like to investigate this trailer real quick. Let's see. Nothing in the fridge. Okay, I thought maybe I could interact with like the freezer. There is a little note here. And a couple drawers of supplies. That gave me a lot of shells and stuff too. This is a feeding bell for these dogs that we're about to run into. Of course, we can't feed them just yet because I don't have any food for them, but that comes in due time. This room actually has a fair few things to loot in it. Firstly, there's some tokens, and then there's a magazine. And how we doing on... Oh, we got plenty of inventory space. Now, this is like part of a mixing puzzle. But first, there's the solvent instructions. I'm going to take those, as well as this green key. Now we've got a whole plethora of places that we can explore. Namely, a bunch of places down in the basement, the sewer. Which we should have access to fairly easily coming up. Another room that's pretty well just about like looting. There's a battery that we need, and a magazine. We're restocked on ammunition pretty well after that fight, and which is good because we've got new enemies to contend with, even though they're really not that hard of enemies in my opinion. So firstly, yeah, we round this corner and we put this battery in, switch the knob. That leads us to be able to now use this elevator. The elevator is handy, but I'm just wondering if it's worth coming down here just yet, because I don't think that I have the actual supplies that I need. Holy shit. I don't have any tape for these guys. Hold up. I gotta think for just 2 seconds. Because if I... We got 2... Okay. You know what? I can live with this. Let's go. I think I wouldn't want to do this if I would have to continue to come down here, but I'm pretty certain I can get this all done in one trip to the sewers. There's this guy. I'm just gonna shotgun him. Now, which room are we headed for? Not the one on my right. We need to continue forward. I'm aiming for the room that has all the green keys, so which should be ahead. Thank goodness this room doesn't have any enemies in it. Yeah, that mouse room's kind of interesting. It'll be interesting when somebody's able to crack what that passcode actually means, but or that note. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this guy's clock and tape him up. Oh yeah, I don't have tape. That's why he isn't taped. I guess I could go ahead and unlock this. Ooh, there's the other half of the medallion. I know I'll need that. Well, I don't know all about getting everything I need done in this trip then. This is kind of like a little film collection. I think it's interesting that like places like Disney just have like a film area that's just filled with films that like are locked away. I remember they used to have commercials that were like from the Disney vault, and then it would show like a room like this, and it would be like they were unearthing some kind of like a vault of you know, ancient videos or something. I'm not gonna fuck with that guy. So this, not this room, but I could take a look in here, I guess. We're looking for something. We got the medallion. We've got a reel and we've got a film developer. I don't think it's probably worth it to go visit this area, but, well, yeah, let's go do it. I know we're being hunted by these puppets. This is one of those locked doors that I talked about whenever we were down here, Ray's lair. We can't really do anything in here. Look at him. He's so funny. Now, we can't interact with anything down here yet. I'm not sure where the item for that is actually, but hey, you know, I mean, we're gonna find it. There's an enemy. This also resets the enemies, so I don't have to use any ammunition on them, which I guess is nice. Now, I am just a little bit worried about going this way because I think it's, well, blocked off, but I may be wrong about that too. Definitely has an enemy in it, I know that for sure. Go ahead and shoot him. Now, which is the way to go? Let's go right. I think, as much as I wanted to, we're not going to be able to get away with doing this in one trip. I don't actually know where the item to fix that guy's stuff is, in all honesty. Let me just shoot this guy because I'm ready to exit the basement or the sewer. You can kind of guess probably that the sewer is one of my least favorite places to be. I usually don't like the sewers or underground water anythings in any games. Except for Dark Cloud 2. That one's kind of cool. Oh, man, good thing that only took 3 bullets. Otherwise, he'd have got me. These enemies are nice. They don't take a lot of bullets to knock down, but they do have the ability to keep getting back up, which does kind of suck. Hold up. Let's see which way you guys. One. Okay. Well, I have a propensity to waste bullets on them, apparently. And I also do think they move faster than your running away speed. So that sucks. I guess I could go head over to the aviary. These dogs can aggro on you, but they can only come out so far. So they aren't that bad to contend with. You'll also notice that one of these things is now over there talking. You can fight with it, which I'll probably end up having to do, just not going to do it right now. Right now we're going to head into the aviary and do this fun little puzzle. So first things first, we flip that, which gives us access to another battery. This, I think, has to be turned off for the next switch to function. Oh, I saw that bird fall down. I thought something was kind of coming at me. Thank goodness it wasn't. Yeah, I do need to put some stuff up now that I'm thinking about it. Put that up. I still have the red key, which I think I'll need. And 1, 2... Yeah, I don't want to sort anything else. Fuck it. Okay, so if we head up here, we can put that battery in, I believe. Aha, which unlocks that door for one, which I believe stays unlocked, which is good for us. And hold up, I also need to, I think, turn this switch to off, which again doesn't close that door. That's good. And up here on the top floor, since we have the other ones turned off, we flip that on. I'm not really privy to why that puzzle kind of works like that. It just does. And that unlocks that huge resource repository there at the bottom of the aviary that has all those bullets and heals and tape and stuff. Holy shit. Huge was kind of a fucking understatement, huh? Man, that's a lot of stuff. I guess I could look into storing some of this stuff here. Some things like grenades and shit. Man, I don't know what's worth keeping and what isn't. I definitely don't need all these heals. Probably could store some of a magazine. I guess I could store some shells too. And store... I don't want to waste all the punctuations. I'll keep one just in case I would need it. Again, definitely don't want to carry these health olaxes. And that is good. So, first thing I want to do is head into this room, make things way easier on me. Now we have the Sunrise Burger Dog Chow, 55 pounds. So now we can feed these dogs. We can also unlock this gate. I'm not sure why it's locked, because you can just come out of this door on the other side of the aviary and continue back this way, but hey, so whatever. So I think we only have one trip that we have to make through this back stage area, stage 5. So I might use bullets, I might not. I definitely don't think I'll use tape. Again, there's a whole lot of ammunition. The last time I played this game, I played with unlimited ammunition, so it wasn't, it wasn't that hard. Like, I wasn't thinking too much about whether or not I was getting good ammunition drops. Yeah, my God, I definitely need to tape that guy up at least. Norman, I'll probably let go, but damn, I can't let the other guy go untaped. Okay, good, he is taped. Now, what is in here? This is the... Okay, before we continue on... Okay, I know where I would like to go. Let's kill this guy. I want to go back to the main set area so that I can... holy shit, there's so many more enemies around, it feels like. Go into this room where we had a locked door earlier. Now, if you remember, I told you once you have the second key, there'll be a lot more enemies in here. And, hold up. That one's down. So, this room, maybe it just had a secret tape in it. I think that's what it had. But, that is this room. So, I don't think there's anything else that I need to do back here. We have to go... I always forget about this place when I play. I just... It always comes to memory, like, once I actually get over here, what it is I'm looking for. That guy. I was kind of irritated that I had to waste more pistol bullets on him, but... so I just used this shotgun on him. That woman is still talking to herself like a fucking nut. Ooh, here's this area. The triangle key. The playground key. That's what I need. So that's one of the locked doors. Now, where is the other one? At the grip and camera department. That one's easy enough to get to. We just head downstairs. This room has that guy who was tied up with tape. One of the first guys that I tied up with tape. And through this room, where we've gotten, some of the most important items in the game, we go through this door. And now we're privy to some puzzles, I do believe. Let's go ahead and open this. I'm not sure where this leads to. Hold up. Okay, this just is another quick, accessible way from that woman who I said was a fucking nut earlier. This room has some puzzles that we can do in it. I'm going to go ahead and... There, I guess there was some kind of scandal. I just read the text for that real quick. So, this is that puzzle I was talking about. You can kind of like move around and press these as is needed. I, kind of have them like right here. So, I'll go ahead and hit the square on that one. Okay, and then it is the P looking thing. And then the scratch marks. And then the left arrow, and then what I call the double L's. And that will give us this crazy mask. Now, that's not the only puzzle in here. I'll show you the solution to this one. Like, I'm going to do it right now, but I'll show you how you're supposed to do it normally. So, the answer is 7, and then we go all the way over to 12. And then we go all the way back to 4. And then you back out, turn the handle, and bada bing, bada boom. So we got that, some shells, and a note. Perfect. Now let me take a look. How's my inventory space doing? Not what I would call fantastic, but not too bad. We are ready to leave here, though, I believe. So this should be the very last time we're ever in this part of the game. Was there anything else that I needed to do? No. I guess, let's go drop that chow off for these dogs so that I can stop being harassed by the dogs. And then I might take the masks and drop them off where they belong. We could also do the playground puzzle here too whenever I get done with feeding these dogs so that they'll stop harassing me. So then we're just knocking out these pups. Again, I hate wasting bullets on them, so that's kind of why I'm making a effort to feed these dogs just as soon as I'm able to. So let's put the dog chow down, and then we ring the bell, and we get a little simple cutscene where the dogs come over. It's not voiced or anything, so I don't see a reason to, cut my voice out of it. These dogs are friendly now that they've been fed. And 2 of them run off. I'm not sure where, but the third one does stay in his cage. He decides, I guess, that it's time for a little nap. So that is that. Now, let's head through this door here. And I want to put in any and all of these liquids that I have ready. It looks like I only had the one. Okay. There's the playground key. I guess we could do that puzzle on the way back. So everything up here is pretty well done. I could head down and do the fuse box puzzle real quick. Which I do need to do, but I really don't want to do that until I'm sure that I've done everything else. Actually, the fuse box puzzle will probably be one of the last things that I do before I bother doing anything else. So here's Roy. He's on the bottom left. And then we have Pearl, who's over here on the right. And then if we head up, we can use the playground key. And we have the mailman there. And then, let's see, nothing there. We should have, hold on. So let's grab these little peg things, and then we have to put them where they belong. So down here we have Roy. There he is. And then on the bottom right we had Pearl. And then in the top left we had, top right we had the mailman. And then, so we should have one pretty well right here, right? I'm pretty sure I already know who it is, but I feel like I'm kind of going nuts here. Because, hold up, isn't it? Oh wow, there's the corpse there. Yes, this woman who has the green hair and the sun hat. Green hair and sun hat lady. Perfect. Now you can also see from right here that the sock puppet guy, you can see him out in the park. He's at the other side. So you put him right there. And I know that the from whenever we entered, that the sock puppet guys go right there. So then you just can guess between whichever one. Gooblet either goes there and he goes there, or it's the inverse. So that guy there, Gooblet there, the door opens. Pretty easy. The last one, even if you make it a guessing game, which is kind of stupid, is makes it pretty easy on you, I think, anyway. So what is the next step for me? We have the garden, which I don't think I want to screw with. Let's take a look outside. Is there anything I want to... No, not really. Let the weed killer would go in there. I guess let's go down and maybe see what's going on with Roy. I don't know though. I'm really not feeling too great on that because I'll probably have to. I don't feel like that's the intended order to do Roy next, so I might have to do a little bit of cutting around to kind of make this work. But good thing they gave us a bunch of ammunition, huh? There's Roy. What's the way to go about this? I guess just waste a shotgun shell on him. What's through this door that's on my right? I need to get to the soundstage basement. Oh, hey, Norman. You've solidified that I will go this way since I've bothered to waste the shotgun shell on you. Can can I toss that? Yeah, that one was a fuck up. Let's wait for her to come up here. And throw that on that guy. That was a horrific waste of 2 punctuations. And I still am probably going to get grabbed despite that, so... Phew, thank goodness I didn't. Now, do I have tape? I think I bothered to carry it, but now this is like the last time that you're going to be down here. So, complete and total waste of... I wasted the actual almost maximum amount of tape or ammunition that you can on that guy. So let's take back all these fuses, and then let's take a look at... let's see, was it in the office, or was it in the garden? We're looking for a... I think it might have actually... Not the sewers. No. Let's try the stage, maybe. Ah, there it is. So we have spade, star, diamond, heart. Spade... Whoops, that ain't it. Spade, star, diamond, heart. Aha. And that'll give me this left door. Perfect. So, oh yes, I do remember this area. I better make sure I have enough inventory space, because this is quite the little fucking adventure we're about to go on. Discard that, and let me move this over to the left, that to the left. Just resorting the inventory a little bit here. Rotate that, put the weed out in the bottom right, and go ahead and grab the punctuation. I think we're ready to go to this next area. I completely forgot about this area, but I mean, you know, it makes later parts of the game a breeze. So we're now... Why is it so dark? There's the shells. So this area is like a pirate movie. It kind of reminds me of I think there's like Treasure Island, but with the Muppets, if I'm not mistaken. And that's what this kind of reminds me of. So these guys, no real reason not to just knock them out. We're only making one trip in here, so, and I don't want to be hindered by them. So the way this area works is just like every other one. It's just kind of pirate themed, and we are looking for... Let's see, I was hoping to show it. There it is. 3 gems. And those gems go inside of this pirate chest. And inside is our reward. So there's the first gem. The gems are pretty easy to find. I'm just trying to... This woman's being particularly loud, so... but I don't think that all the enemies are that loud. Like, I don't think there's only these enemies. Whew, that was a closey. I didn't realize that she had so much health. Maybe her pirate variant actually has a little bit more health. Good thing I had that. I brought my shotgun with that ammunition. I almost feel sort of like it was a waste. So there's the second gem. I like the look of gems. You know, a game that had really good gems in it was Looney Tunes Back in Action for the PlayStation 2, and I think maybe GameCube and Xbox. I just kind of like the look of the gems in that game. And also the original Crash Bandicoot games had really nice gems in them too. So I don't think, yeah, you can't get up there. But the last gem that we need is on top of this sword. This area I always make out to be way longer than it actually is. It's not even like an area with an enemy that kind of harasses you or anything. It's just like a little basic bonus area. Now then, there's the conclusion. Now we have to make room for it because it's 2x4, so 8 slots. 2x4 would... Let me move that up. That'll actually give us the room that we need. The conclusion... Nice. This guy, he's got a very Leon Kennedy-esque kind of bits to himself. So that is all that there is to see here. Now, I'll say this. The last time that I played, there was nothing at all to see on this scaffolding that we're about to be standing on all across the outer edge. I will say this, though. I played that after I'd gotten all the tapes, so I don't know. There might be tapes behind that back area, but for me right now, there's literally nothing at all to see back there. So it's just best to exit. That's what I meant by I usually make that area take way, way longer than it should. So we are back here, and if I'm not mistaken, there is, like, I'm done completely with this area. I see Pearl down there in the corner was looking at her reflection. So, yes, we did everything that there was to do in the big house in the middle. I do want to take a chance to check my map just real quick. Yes, no locked doors. Wait, not complete. Off camera. Room A. What do you mean I'm not finished there? What the hell is that supposed to mean? There's a pizza shop. We go to off camera. Into the courtyard. I'm not sure what they mean by not complete. There's floor 3, which is the empty room from the rooftop lower. And then in apartment 3. I wonder if that just means that I don't have all of the items. So where am I? Could I get to that rooftop 3 if I wanted to? Yeah. I'm gonna just stop off to look at it because I'm not sure what's going on. Now is that to my... We'd have to come out and then go to the left. Let's go ahead and shoot this character. I can kind of afford it. I have a lot of those shotgun shells sort of waiting for me. So, and we did just get the conclusion. Okay, well, I don't know what that was all about. I'm going to say, I'm probably just going to go with my instinct on this one and say that I'm getting goofed. Sorry about that little waste in time, but I am going to probably use this conclusion to escape. Because again, I don't see a reason that I would ever have to come back here. It does have me kind of worried because I do sort of feel like I didn't finish that middle house, but the conclusion is nice, but this is all the ammunition that you have for it is 999 shells, which, hey, might be enough to finish the game. I think it will be, but now then, we are out here in the office. Do I have another piece of tape? I do. I like every time I play, I do like to knock this character out and wrap them up. I think they're interesting because they're like the only like animatronic one of these guys. So let me look. Does the office? The office, I think, actually does have some areas that were locked off, like the music studio. I know I'll have to go to the conference room, which is up in the statue room, which is on the. Okay. There's things for me to look at over in the office. The backtracking, once we're finished with this area, we are like finished with it. So the marquee hall, we have to head down this way and then take a right. Good thing I locked up. I taped up these little puppets that were in this hallway, but it does look like they've disappeared. So maybe they wouldn't have been here on the revisit, who knows. Now I'm gonna go ahead and knock these two guys out. I don't want to deal with them. There is different stuff to loot around. Health Olax. My goodness, they even have a whole recording studio for these for these guys. Okay, yeah, we only visit this room once too, so that's nice. There is that trumpet polish. So if I'm not mistaken, I now have all of the items for us to finish the puzzle with getting rid of the goop. So that's nice. So we step out into this area again. Now I know, I just don't know where that green. Oh, you know what? I do know actually where that green door is. And now I just have to kind of math in my head a little bit how we get there. Actually, I do know how we get there. Gooblet looks like that they've moved on, which is nice. I know now that we're on the backtracking side of things, it's slowed down a little bit, so that's kind of good and boring, I'm sure, for you both at the same time. There's not quite as much action that you have to keep up with. We're gonna probably have to take Norman out. Sorry, Norman. I'm gonna... Oh yeah, I don't have any tape, do I? Shit. Well, no reason to have taken him out, I guess. So... Fuck. I really didn't want to bother with any of these guys, but oh well. I guess they still make me laugh, kinda. Yeah, I always take the longest fucking way possible to get to, like, the rooms that I need to. And this time, I also wasted just about as much ammunition as possible. Which I suppose those two things kind of go hand in hand, wasting ammunition and taking too long. Oh, shit! I got jumped. Okay. I'm not sure what's in this room. Maybe another tape. I hope I have the inventory space for it if it is a fucking tape. I am just a little bit lost. I don't think I did this the last time that I played. My assumption would be that this area has a cheat tape in it. What's that? Oh, some coins. And... yeah. I would say that this place had a cheat tape in it. Oh, wait, there is the cheat tape. Yeah, cheat tape. Cool. So I guess that this room's done, huh? That was fucking weird. I don't think that there is anything else that I need to do in the offices. So that was pretty well, I guess, just about getting that cheat tape. Do I have a health Olax? Because I could drink it. Yep. Drink it. We've used the green key everywhere that we can, which has me weirded out because where the fuck do we use this red key at? Let's take a... Oh, fuck. I almost went full send into this room again. Let me take a look down in the sewers. There's surely a... Yes, I knew there was a fucking red door down there that I missed. Damn it. Okay, so we have to get there in kind of a weird sort of way. Well, I guess we don't necessarily have to. We'll just head down this way that has no enemies. I never was a big, like, Sesame Street kind of guy myself. I never, like, Elmo and stuff is kind of cool. And Statler and Waldorf, I think, as an adult, are kind of funny. Like, I kind of like to listen to them a little bit. But, like, Bert and Ernie and stuff, it's not really my kind of scene. Now... we can get down to that locked room actually pretty easily if we take this elevator, which you may have forgotten about, you may not. It exists in between these two doors, the red one and the green one. I always forget that it's here personally, but it's the one that we use to escape the sewer. So there's this guy. I guess I'm not gonna bother knocking him out. The door that is locked is this right here. Now, this is a restroom, and I feel like sometimes there's enemies here and sometimes that there isn't, so I'm just going to go ahead and we have to, investigate. I think if nothing else, there's usually, well, there's a reel. We definitely need that. So that puts me at how many reels? 2, 1... I'm not sure. Oh, hey, and there's also the last red door that I needed too. We can go ahead and discard that. I can move these tokens kind of out of my way. And move this fuse over. That gives me a little bit more inventory space. There's a magazine. I can go ahead and load it. And there's this room. Ah, yes, there it is. That's perfect. The pump piece. This will make it so the only trip I have to make back down to the sewer is to get back in that other elevator that's on the other side of things. So if you remember that area, we basically come out of here and then we head over to the garden and we take the elevator down and then we head to Roy's little place. So we're doing pretty good. I hope I also have all of the tapes, which I'm kind of on the fence about because I'm not 100% sure. But, well, I guess we could do the tapes first. Let me head out this way and then through this door on the left here. This will lead me to where I can swap my inventory. Knock that guy out. Knock that guy out. I just basically need access to my inventory, but I might be in a little bit of trouble because I don't know if I put the tapes in one of those Tool 2 things. We'll have to see. I might have... There's the heist. Let's take that, and then let's look up here. So we have rejected, heist, and I guess, man, we have so many like little puzzles that we have to do that my inventory is getting so cluttered up. I guess I can go ahead and stash that. Is there room for this thing? Nah, I didn't figure so. Let's go ahead and... Where the hell is the save at? Man, I have 7 of those coins on me. That's crazy. Oh, hey, there's tape. No reason not to take that. So, I'm headed up to the projector now, which, if I'm not mistaken, we should, I think we'll be able to complete it. I'm not sure. I only have 2 tapes. I'm not sure where the 4th one is. But we'll head up there and see. We can at least get Gooblet out of our hair, which would be kind of nice. Well, best way would probably be to go over this way, actually. Because this way there's no enemies. The other way I have a Norman in my way. I might let Gooblet hit me. Nah. Nice, Gooblet missed. So, we head up these stairs here to the projector. We can drop off 2 of those projections at least. I'm hoping that I have them all, but... so, go ahead and put this reel in 3. Put that reel in 2. I don't think I have yet. I don't have the last one. I have to look around maybe for that last reel. But in the meantime, so 3, which is the heist, is where you get the passcode for the safe. You can see there it turns to 7, and then he turns it back the other way to 12, and then he turns it to 4. Of course, the whole time we can see Gooblet down there, and then he opens up the... Oh my goodness, the safe. That is so fucking loud. Now we can turn on 2, and now if I'm not mistaken here, Gooblet does kind of march down and actually takes a seat, and gets kind of sad. What a fucking movie. It's just about heartbreak and war. Oh man, Gooblet is devastated over that video. That has very when you watch your first sad YouTube video at 8 years old vibes. I think I'm gonna go down and try and talk to her. I thought though you need all of the tapes to make that happen, but hey, if I only need 3 out of 4 of the tapes, fuck that last tape. I don't give a shit about it. So I do also have Roy's thing to finish him off if I'm able to too. Maybe I should have changed this tape. Nah, we're back at 4. Okay, so here's a little cutscene. I'll be back in 1 sec.
Life can get you down sometimes, huh? First time I ever saw a movie as a kid, there was this scene of a man riding into this big blazing sunset, and I remember when it came up, it just caught me. I don't know if it was the plot or the music or what, but my heart just suddenly leapt, like I had just heard an old friend calling my name. And I sort of forgot myself and turned around, thinking someone was behind me. But all I saw was a little star of light coming from the projection booth. No one else turned around. They all were just focused on the screen. But it felt so real, so solid. Never knew what to make of that. And eventually I forgot about it. I guess during the war I got distracted. But it just came back to me now.
So we've made Gooblet pensive. I guess they feel better about it, so that's that. So we've done Pearl, we've done Gooblet, And now we have Roy's piece to finish Roy 2. We've also did the dogs, which leaves Roy and a character that we haven't met yet. So let me look at my inventory. I probably need to put up the conclusion for a little bit. It's just taking up too much inventory space. I also would kind of like to know what my nearest... Oh, the aviary is probably my nearest inventory container. Because we have another puzzle that we need to do real quick. This is probably one of the... I don't know. I'll talk about the puzzle once we actually get to it. Did I have anything in here? A lot of fucking ammunition in here. Let me store... Well, let me... Whoa. Okay. Let me combine, and then I'll store these tokens. I'm also going to store the fuse. Don't need that. I'm going to store the conclusion. I'm going to store... I guess that's it. So, I'm going to... I would like to take the shells, I think, just in case I would need them. And then we also need to go ahead and take these masks. I might not have enough inventory space. Oh, I knew if I did it would be just barely. So, we're moving into probably one of the most interesting sort of puzzles in the game. I'm not sure how you do the... I don't even know what you would call it. I'm not sure how you do up the answer for this one. I'm not sure where you're supposed to get it. But with these masks that we have Norman, Junebug, Leonard, and all these characters here, right? So for the first character, we have the angry mask, and then this one's called the tired mask, I guess. And then we have the red mask? Am I crazy? Okay. Norman, the tired mask, and then we have the shocked mask. I'm sorry. Goes on this character. And then for the fourth one, we have the sad mask, and then the happy mask on George on orange. Okay, so all the characters have a mask, right? I don't know. Just something about it is a weird solution to that. I'm not sure where the answer is, but that is the answer. Now then, this room, very interesting. You don't have to listen to it super closely. I don't know what my audio will be like for this room, but just kind of listen for a second. Do you think that sounds maybe sort of kind of familiar to you? Well, maybe it should, because it's Morse code, and it spells out like LMAO, even LOL, or what the fuck ever. But this was kind of like an ARG of sorts. The solution, you have to make this number say 0718. It'll randomly fluctuate through these numbers. 0718. There we go. And then we have to spell out, let me see which one I'm on, because on controller this is really inconvenient. So we have to spell out S4D. So S, and then the number 4, and then D, and then 7, the letter O, 7, and then the letter O, and then the last one is A. So we don't have to move the last one. So we hit that, and then I think I actually have to use my mouse for this. I've been playing on controller, but we pull it, and then it kicks us out a QR code. Now, this QR code used to be... I guess I'll leave it on the screen for a sec if you would like to take a picture. This QR code used to be a link to the development Discord for this game, and whenever you got into it, it was supposed to be like a, hey, congratulations on, figuring out the secret and stuff. But I think that's a really fucking lame secret. I don't know. I'm kind of like a stickler for these things. If it's not like an earth-shattering secret, I am really unimpressed by it, and I hope that explanation was well enough. While we get ready to go and visit Roy, I might be able to talk a little bit. So those dates all correspond with a day. All those numbers that were on that as we press that button corresponded with a day when something in the development or promotional materials of this game happened. So it might be like the first day that the game was announced, or the trailer, or whatever. And then if you go to those parts, I think that's all that I need. Let's go ahead and take these shells, actually. Then we're good. And I want the tape as well. Oh, I don't have any tape. Okay. But anyway, so like it might be like the trailer. And then if you go to the trailer, you can look at specific times and there were parts of that code in there. And then once you put them all together, you plug them into that machine and then you get to go to the special development Discord. Now that QR code doesn't work anymore. Or the QR code? Yeah, I guess that's what they're called. No longer works. So scanning it won't do anything for you. But, you know, just so you know what it did, just a little bit of history to it, I guess. It's like, what do they say? Once everybody knows a secret, it's no longer a secret. So, I could... let's save Roy for after we get this combination finished. But yeah, that's the meat and potatoes of that secret. Probably close to one of the biggest secrets in the game. There's another secret that I'm kind of interested in talking about. I don't think I can show it, but it won't happen until we get to it. So we have this already. Let's go ahead and turn on the water. And then if we go to the garden, we have this combination here. It is, we can do red, green, blue, green is what we have to do. Let's see. 1, 2, so red, green, blue, green. So we'll have to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. You got to be real particular with these things. So red, green, blue, green. Just wanted to make sure I didn't forget. So we are ready to go. Red, green. This one a little bit longer, blue. And then green for a little bit longer, but not too much. And then there we go. We actually have that all ready to go. Let's see. So we have our solvent, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't say anything, so I'm going to assume that it works. I hope that it doesn't not work. That would be a really shitty puzzle. We are going to now go down to the sewer and see Roy for a minute. Just so that we can finish him. So then that will give us Pearl, Goublet. We have the dogs finished. We're going to have Roy finished. And then we have a 5th and final character. I think that adds up to 5. Not counting the dogs as separate characters. Well, we're going to go in this room to unspawn these things at least. So how are we feeling about this? So we go left. And then more left. Basically just keep hanging left. And I got the shotgun to kind of waste some bullets on. As much as it sucks. But, oh well. Keep hanging this left. And we'll head down for that Roy's secret workshop base, what the fuck ever room. So that we can plug in this... I don't even know what this thing is, but so take a look at all this trash, right? This really isn't even all that interesting, but you may not notice it. So you see all this trash around here, right? This is probably one of the most uncomfortable cutscenes in the game, but I'm going to let it play out, and then you can kind of watch it, and then we'll talk about it in a second.
What do you want? Fix. Yeah, I fixed it. Now, fix. I just... Look, when you've got a problem, you can't just clam up and start hitting everything with a wrench. That won't fix anything. Good.
Well, I'm going now.
Okay, so what I was talking about is all that trash is cleaned up. That cutscene is very uncomfortable because I don't like being down in Roy's base while the water would rise and shit like that. I don't know, just something about it makes me kind of uncomfortable. But that is that. So we have our goop. We're actually done everywhere that is not... like the rest of this is all main story. So... we've backtracked, we've done every secret, and now we're ready to continue on with the main story up until the end. And I also just kind of wanted to, yeah, I think we're good on ammunition and stuff. Shoot that guy. We can definitely afford the shells. We're good on the left and the right. What? Oh, okay. Sorry, I get so turned around in the damn sewers. So if we head up this way, we're basically shooting for the hotel. It's kind of crazy that this... I don't know a lot about, like, things like Walt Disney, Warner Brothers, or anything, but, like... Well, I guess I kind of know that Disney... They're, like, Disney resorts, aren't there, that actually have, like, hotels and shit, but, like, besides Disney specifically, are there, like, places that have... like hotels, and I'm sure you can visit the sets and stuff. I don't know. Movie production, like, in the early 2000s was kind of interesting, but then, like, in the wake of all the crazy shit that was happening in, like, 2017, 18 and stuff, it's like, I don't know all about that anymore. Movie production just seems more shady than anything to me, so, now we're going to spread this chemical, get rid of the goop, and then we're going to head upstairs. Again, I'm just reviewing in my head. I'm pretty sure that we are all done. Alright, well, we're back. I had to take a little restroom break, and I also wanted to make sure that I'd shown everything that there was to show in the game up until this point. There's some new busts around, but there's nothing to see in them. And we also have a new kind of area we're going to be exploring. It's kind of interesting. I never noticed how quiet it is up until we get to this area we're about to go. Yes. There's this guy playing some shitty music, I guess. Okay, so we've got a number of rooms that we can look at here. The name of the game in this room, if we take this key out, we can, like, take it with us, but this door locks on the way out, and so we can't take this key with us just yet. We've got a picture book here, some things to try to remember: shapes, a fox, rectangles, tic-tac-toe, and then fruit. Kind of hard to remember, but you're going to want to for a puzzle that's upcoming. We exit now. There's this guy. We can't really get a good look at him until we're finished here. So we'll just continue on to the kitchen next. So this area, very similar to another game that I played, Broken Reality, where we have to kind of mix food together to make things. So what we're shooting for is this key at the bottom, but to make that we have to make everything else. So first we have to take milk and mix it with the microwave. It is kind of funny the way that some of this works. So we'll put it in the microwave, let it cook. Is there anything else I could do? Not right this second. Let's go ahead and take it out, and then we take the cheese and chop it, and it turns into a banana. Now, I believe the banana is one of 3 things that we have to put in the fridge. There it is. Now, I'm going to do the third one next, because that one takes a little bit. We have to take tomato or canned foods, put it on the stove, and don't look at it for 20 seconds. So, because a watched pot doesn't boil, I guess. So we'll put it on there for 20 seconds. Now next, we chop up a tomato, and then we put it in the microwave. We can't use that tomato, though. We have to actually grab it off the shelf. So we're going to put it down, chop it up, and then grab it, and then still not looking at the thing, we have to put it in the microwave. Sorry, I was getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'll go ahead and... Oh, we could put something here? That's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's other food combinations I'm just not aware of. Anyway, that soup is done. We can go ahead and toss it in the fridge. And then we'll go ahead and grab this, what kind of looks like hot sauce, and also toss it in the fridge. And then we let that be for 5 seconds. And then we should have a key. Yeah, again, I'm kind of perplexed. I don't know what else you would... Maybe if you fuck up a meal, you could put it in here. But... anyway, there's the cardboard key. So now then, we can back out to that room that we were in first. This woman might be awake. Yeah, that's fine, because that's the last time we have to mess with her. We put in the fake key, so now we have a real key, and that place has a fake key. Now, I don't think... yeah, there's nothing to mess with out here. There's no reason to enter back in the kitchen. There's nothing to see. Nothing to see there. This kind of looks like his room a little bit. The guy who's out there banging on the fucking piano. It's kind of interesting. I always like hearing like good musicians try and make shitty music. I guess before I talk about that, so these are all the games that we can play. This is the Switch game that lets you turn on a light. That was a lot of fun. Here is the jump game. We jump and then we just keep jumping. Very fun. And then we can also play the car game. We have to deftly dodge these cars. So interesting. It's so funny. I remember like playing computer, quote unquote, as like a kid, and I would just like take a keyboard and be like, just bash on it. Here's some documents by that monster. He says fish, fish, fish. Whoops. What did the first one say? Where are my socks? Oh my god. And then to do, find my cat. And then the last one, hi, how are you? Almost like a chat client. And then here's some pictures. I kind of like these. The first one anyway is nice. He drew of his friends. There's a sock at a birthday party. And there's the top of the tower, My Friendly Neighborhood Tower. And there's a close-up of Gooblet. Now, of course, I'm not here to completely waste your time. We have to log into this secure thing, go to these cameras, and then open up either side of...
Sounded like that came from the other room.
Yes, both of these cameras, and we use them to like unlock these doors. I didn't bother to mention them on the way in because we'll see them on the way out. So one last room to look in up here on the stage anyway. I guess this room's kind of interesting. We'll go ahead and unlock this puzzle piece and tape. Generally, in the locked things, there is something like a useful supply and then also a puzzle piece. So that's the name of the game here. We need puzzle pieces, and I guess I can go ahead and show you why. Sounds like he's playing even shittier now. So we can take the puzzle piece, and I guess we just plug it in. I didn't know which puzzle piece we had, or I'd have tried to put my cursor over it, but oh well. Now we've got another locked chest we can grab a puzzle piece from. Here's a script for this guy. Is there anything I would want to like drop off? I mean, honestly, probably not. Well, do I have any key items I can't use? No, we only have the purple key, which I definitely will need. We can go ahead and grab a drink. If you inspect it, it's kind of interesting because it says it's some pop with a cardboard can. That's kind of interesting. I think it heals you, but you don't have to. I just think it would be interesting to have like a soda of some kind in a cardboard can, question mark. I assume most cans are made out of aluminum. I don't know. I don't think you can make cans out of anything else, but I could be wrong. I'm not a can aficionado. I'm going to go ahead and blast these two characters away. This should be the only time that we're in this room. There's a puzzle piece, some shells. Just refunded those shells that I just used on those guys, as a matter of fact. These are the two new rooms that just got open. So we use the key on this little secret bookshelf, and then we can hit the A button on it, or the open button, interact, and we go through a door. Now you can see we're kind of like on the outside of where this guy has been drawing on cardboard. The next couple areas we go into, in my opinion, are kind of like surreal or elegiac or whatever they call it. Elegatic, I'm not sure. This room is kind of loud, so I'm not going to fuck around in it too much. There's nothing to see either. I'm just going to move along. Too loud. This is that puzzle room I was talking about, so let's see if I can remember the puzzle. I'm not the best at this. So shapes, and then the fox, and then the vertical rectangles. And then, if I'm not mistaken, it would be tic-tac-toe. And then the fruits. Aha! Man, I'm getting better at that puzzle every time. That gives us another puzzle piece, a couple bullets. See, this is another one of those areas I was talking about. Like, the roof is evidently, like, drawn. Like, well, the whole fucking area is drawn. But, like, I don't know. It's weird. You can see, like, the fakeness of the speaker and stuff. I don't know. Something about it. It's like supposed to be like an outdoor restaurant. There's like milk and a menu, and I don't know if there's an enemy. There may not be. One of the secrets I was going to mention, in free cam mode, if you enter that area back there, there's actually an encoded message. I saw somebody say it hasn't been decoded, but it looks like it's just English words with replaced with symbols. Or English letters replaced with symbols. I don't really give a shit. After the disappointment that was the ARG surrounding the surrounding that room of that puzzle that I showed, where it was all related to the like trailers and stuff. After that big disappointment, I really don't give a shit what else that, you know, they have to offer as far as the secrets and puzzles in this game. I guess I can go ahead and save. I feel like I didn't get all of the puzzle pieces. Let's see, how many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. No, I got all the puzzle pieces. I also should probably go ahead and load up if I'm able to. Well, I don't really have too much in these. Give me 2 of those heals. And then where's my second... Oh, I don't have another toolbox here. That's lame. Oh well. Let's plug these puzzle pieces in now. And there we go. Turns his light on. Now we can talk to him, which of course we get another cutscene for.
If you didn't start banging on the piano like that, my ears were gonna start bleeding.
Play duet.
No.
Play duet.
I can't read music. Get off me, you... Oh, jeez. Okay. Great. Sounds good, buddy. I'm gonna go now, okay?
So that was that. Let's pull this. What a character, huh? Let's see. I don't think there's another cutscene once we get to the top here. I can show. So we get off the lift, and then he goes back down, which is kind of interesting. So we're like well past the point of no return now, or I guess that technically was just the point of no return. So anyway, the show is, that's a note saying that the show is canceled and stuff. Now, you should be able to end the show if we just press the stop button, but yeah, internal error, could not terminate the broadcast. Now, we have to go outside. I also kind of like the look of this city. I'm not sure how they did this, and I don't really like care. Like, I mean, knowing it doesn't change anything for me, but this place looks kind of big and it looks kind of pretty, and it does, like, this game never really taxed my system too much, so I thought that was cool. There was another game that did that I wanted to talk about too, but I can't remember what it is right now. But this is one of those games that, like, never was really too hard on my system, even though it probably should be. Yeah, see, you can see, like, the streets down there with, like, all the lights and stuff. So, yeah, what I wanted to talk about with that guy playing the shitty piano, it's always interesting to me to see people who know and understand music and are good at it try and make, like, shitty music, because it's like the music still kind of, like, flows, but it's evidently bad. I forget, I saw a video a long time ago of a guy who actually did, like, an analysis on sort of writing bad music, and I forget what he was using as a case in point, but it was just like how easily you can fix bad music, because oftentimes what they'll do, I wanted to see if I could like fall. Man, you can see the whole map from up here. I've never noticed that. I've never looked down from up here. But how easily you can fix it by just like tweaking a few of the notes. Because that's oftentimes how they do it, is they start with like a real song, but then they just kind of fuck it up a little bit. Man, this game is really chill, and I do like the soundtrack of it. But here's a cutscene.
Gordon, you don't have to do this.
I don't want you broadcasting, Ricky. You're gonna hurt kids.
Hurt them? Gordon, we want to help them. They need us. You need us.
For what?
For what? Gordon, look at this city. The buildings are dark and the streets are empty. No one knows how to be a friendly neighbor. It's a city of shuttered up hearts, and they need someone to let in the light.
I don't think that's you, Ricky.
You know why I think we got canceled?
Why?
Because people like darkness more than light.
Why would they do that?
Maybe it makes them uncomfy because it shows how messed up they are.
What are you talking about, Ricky?
I'm talking about our show, Gordon. We show them how to be friendly, and they hate that because they're not friendly.
I don't think that's the problem, Ricky.
Really? Are you sure about that, Gordon? Do you really think the city network suits care about anything except their bank account? Do you really think people won't take any excuse to ignore their own issues? Come on, Gordon. We both know, deep down, you want to be friendly.
Sorry, Ricky.
Gordon? Shoot!
Okay. Where are we?
Okie dokie. So I think that this is a supply room before we continue on any further. Can I make room for 8 slots? Now I only have 4, so let me think. I can get rid of this key as we're now done with it. So if I move like all these up and over and stuff up there, and then I don't even have to rotate that. Move this to the bottom. And I think that'll let me add the punctuator to my inventory. Or the conclusion, I'm sorry. Do I have punctuators? Oh, I do have punctuation. That's cool. So, as you may be guessing, since I'm loading up on all the materials we do have a big fight coming up. I'm going to go ahead and save. I don't anticipate losing it. Let me see how many heals do I have. I got more than enough heals that I'll probably use. So... yes, we have a little scene coming up. So I think once we pull this off of the wall, we can try to like go in here, but it's too dark. And we try to use the elevator button.
Hello? Hello? Gordon?
Ricky, I'm here.
Oh, Gordon, thank goodness.
So, what are they? Bad puppets?
Oh, Gordon, I really hoped you wouldn't find out. It's so embarrassing. But we were all curious.
What do you mean?
We wanted to know what other shows had that we didn't. We'd never been allowed to watch television before, but after we got canceled, No one was around to stop us.
Okay.
So we turned on one of the old sets, expecting to see something amazing. But it wasn't amazing. It was mean. It felt like we were dying, Gordon. We all got a little twisted then, but some of us.
Great. Then how do I get out of here?
Well, there's an elevator somewhere. Should be at the end of that hall?
It said it's locked down.
Oh, that means you'll have to pull the security release. That's on the other side of their stage.
No, of course it is. If I ever get out of here, I'm gonna make you into a hat, Ricky.
Oh, I believe in you, Gordon. Just do your wham blam fight the puppets thing. Give them the old ABC 1, 2, 3.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Okay, so we're ready to embark on a pretty interesting little area. This is probably one of like the coolest areas that we get to mess with. So there's two ways to approach this, like guns a-blazing or like running. I'm gonna do guns blazing. I'm just kind of looking around. We're gonna start a chase sequence here very shortly. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it started. Yep. Something interesting about this, you can look behind and see these guys. They all do look weird, of course. Let me move forward a little bit before I actually get caught. So if you get up on this little thing right here, they'll actually come at you like a little bit at a time. I just kind of want to show how weird they look. You can knock these guys out, but it takes a lot of shells. I just wanted to show these guys all look really fucking weird. So we're getting ready for the, big bad boss fight. And then we have this thing here. Oh my goodness. It's like pretty good weapon, but yeah, I figured we'd get a little whacked. It's not too special if you kind of have all your ducks in a row. I'm going to go ahead and heal. Nope. Yeah, I figured that they'd be up and ready to go. Let me maybe whip out my shotgun. Might help me a little bit. They do stop attacking you, which is nice. Once they get stunned, or once they attack you. So that is actually dead, if you can believe it. Super simple, super easy. Something else I think is cool about this, if you look around, you'll notice that this is actually the set for what is up in near like that lot 5 or whatever, which is really cool. This thing you can't interact with anymore. The way that you handle this by like running away and stuff is you pull the emergency lockdown release, and it shouldn't take too long, but it gets like hung up here and you run around this stage. There's an achievement for fighting this thing or for running away. I also want to show that you can't like do anything in here. You can also, while you're here, see these puppets. They're hanging all over the place. I saw a post that said that there is at least one of each puppet around here, so that's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, I suppose that I showed pretty well everything that there was to show. Now you can, I'm going to go ahead and heal. Not that there's a reason to. I actually don't think there's any more enemies. This is kind of stupid, kind of redundant, I guess, but you can come back here. The enemies are all gone. The enemies don't respawn or anything. So that is pretty well all that there is to see down here in the unfriendly neighborhood. Such a shame. This area was really cool, and maybe if they had done it any longer, it wouldn't have been cool, but one of the coolest areas in the game, and it's just like wildly short. But this should take us up to we can read like the final address to the children that the studio gave, which is really, really interesting, I think. And we're pretty well done. Now, I will say, I'm not like the most expert guy on this game. So we got 121 there, right? And we opened 122. What's in 123? I do see that there's like some pink smudges on it, but that might just be like not like a rendering issue on my end or even on their end, but just something they forgot to change. Oh well, it's weird. So we are clear and good, ready to go. We're going to, there's going to be a cutscene here in just 1 second as soon as we get ready to leave.
Gordon, you're alive! I'm so proud!
Good. I'm leaving.
Yes, you should! Job well done, Gordon. Turned off our antenna and survived the unfriendly neighborhood. You're a handyman extraordinaire!
Don't mock me, Ricky.
Mock you? I would never. Oh, before you go, I was wondering if you'd do us a favor?
Oh?
You've been hanging around the studio. You know a little bit about our show.
Spit it out, Ricky.
I was wondering if you'd help run our studio.
What?
See, everything's really old and falling apart. Really beyond our ability to care for. And on the personal side, I think it's obvious that we need a bit of a guiding hand.
Are you kidding?
Gordon, do I look like a sock that would kid?
Ricky, I'm just a maintenance man. I don't know how to run a studio.
Oh, I think you can handle it. It can't be that hard. Besides, look at how much you've helped us just since you got here. I talked to the other puppets. Reviews are dazzling.
What if you end up like them?
I don't think we're the ones you should be worried about, Gordon. Come on. Won't you be our neighbor?
Alrighty, so here's where you can choose. If you pick no, you get what's considered the bad ending. If you hit yes and you haven't done all the puppet side quests, then you get the good ending. But since I've done all the puppet side quests, which is like helping Roy and Pearl and all of them, we get what's considered the best ending. So I'm going to go ahead and hit yes, and we'll continue on.
Fine. We'll give it a shot.
Whoa, Gordon! I'm so glad! We will have such fun!
I'm not living here, though.
Well, we'll talk about that. Oh, Gordon, thank you. Thank you for being our friend. I am bursting at the seams. I must go tell the others at once. Tomorrow night, then?
No.
It's decided. Tomorrow night. See you later, Gordon. Arrivederci. Toodaloo. 23 skidoo. Ciao.
O'Brien, what have you done this time? I helped the neighbors get a slot on public access TV. It was late night on weekdays. I don't think anyone watched it. Within a couple of weeks, though, word was starting to get out. Some people loved the show, some people hated it. That caught the network's attention. And by the end of the year, we had 3 channels wanting to sign for a whole season. Of course, after my boss found out I was involved, I got fired. But somehow, I feel a little hopeful about it. It's hard to describe. It's like you've been lost in a tunnel, until suddenly a voice calls your name. And you turn around, and you see the rising sun. And it's so bright, maybe it hurts a little to look at. But you don't care, because it's leading you home.
And that's that. That's been My Friendly Neighborhood. You know, this game was actually pretty good. I don't know, something about it. I don't know. It was new and it was unique. I had a lot of fun playing it. Here's all the voice actors. Like I said, they're all pretty talented. A lot of work went into this game. The publisher that this game published under, Dread XP, releases a lot of cool games. Actually, I think I played a couple of them. Let me put a pin in that. I'm not sure, but if I'm not, I will be. So, yeah, I wasn't really a Muppets kind of guy, but hey, this game was still pretty fun despite that. It has a certain level of intrigue that's, pretty cool too. And that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing it, and I guess I'll see you guys next week. Later.
Oh, I think I ended early. Can we go back to the beginning?